Everyone, it's Claire from ScrappyNerdUK, and it's that time of year again, and I am kicking off my December daily directory series. And I have looked back through my channel and I can't see that I actually did a full flip through of my 2020 album, so I thought I would start there for episode 1, and then I'm going to go into showing you some of the supplies that I'm using this year, and some of the ideas that I've got, some of the foundation pages that I've made. I might even make some foundation pages and do some process videos on those, and then I'm looking to try and record as many videos throughout December with me actually making my putting my album together. So to kick off with, we have this is one of the albums from Ali Edwards, and then on the side here I have this charm that I've made, and we've got a mixture of all different bits on here. So we've got some of the charms from the Hey Santa collection, and little tassels, and a little the little Christmas lights, and a little 2020 acrylic piece. And then on the spine here, my friend actually bought me this, the December daily pin, and it says 2020. So this was actually from Ali Edwards last year, and that's gone onto the spine of the album. So let's crack into this album. And I do apologise for any glare. I've had to put my lights on, to the studio lights on, because it's so dark and drab here in the UK at the moment. So we have an opening page here. So this is just an acetate piece that I had with like a white checky pattern, and then I added on a little white felt star and this December 2020, which I think was from the Paisley Press mini kit last year. Then we have this page here, and some of these are from inspired from the product play classes that Ali Edwards runs, and some of them are just ideas that I have that I've put together. So this one here, this is a piece of acetate, and I've actually cut a circle out, and then I have added my journaling on just to this piece of vellum. So I measured the size of the circle, and then I popped a circle template. I just used Pages on the Mac, and then I popped my journaling into the circle, so that just sits in the middle. And then my number 1 is on here, and this is one of the, I've made this number 1 felt piece here from just some felt, and then I stitched the gold stitching around, and they had these in the shop, I think on a slightly bigger scale. I actually just made one myself, and then just popped on some additional little ephemera pieces here from the, most of this I think is from the Hey Santa collection. So then we go into a full 6x8 photo, and this is us building our, I think this was the start of the Lego Hogwarts, the Harry Potter castle. And then I just popped on a really simple sticker on that, and then I added on some red and black checked washi tape to the edge here just to cover up that spine. This is a 6x8 card, which I think again was in the Paisley Press mini kit. It just says cheers to the holidays, and I've just left that as it is. I'm happy just to leave some things alone, because this album is busy enough as it is. Then we're going into this one here. This one was actually inspired from product play. I changed it up a little bit. I can't remember how, but I know I changed it up a little bit. Then here I've just got a little tag that pulls out, and I've popped, this is the tag from the Hey Santa collection, and then I've just popped my journaling onto a bit of vellum, and then just stapled that on to that tag, and then that just slides right in, back in there. And then from the back, I've not done that very well. I might need to just unstick this a little bit, because it does get a little bit caught. And then on the back, you can see the little Santa tag there. Then we go into day 3. Day 3 is the story about us. Obviously, we're in, well, not obviously, but the UK, we're in lockdown at this stage. A sort of lockdown at this stage last year, and we'd actually started FaceTiming, well, before this, but we started FaceTiming with friends, and so I just got a screenshot, and because it was dark in our living room, I changed it black and white because the photo was quite blurry. And then I added my journaling onto this 4x6 journaling card, and added just one of those little felt hearts and a little chipboard piece. And then here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I actually cut my number out of vellum, added a few stars on, and then just stamped on this this journaling card, and added a little star up there to make it all come together. And I loved the pinks for last year's Christmas collections. Then on the back of that, we have day 4. This card here as well, another journaling card that I added my photo onto. Then I popped on my number 4. And this has a little interactive element. So this has a flip up. So as you pull it down, it reveals the journaling. And these little cards here were from the Ali Edwards Star Kit last year. So I just trimmed them down so they were actually square rather than oval and or rounded corners. And yeah, so I've got a little interactive element there for day number 4. Then moving over here, we have the, this is just an acetate piece, and I've got a Mink, and I've been trying to be really good at playing with it, but I don't have a laser printer, so I'm literally having to use the Mink texture paste, and I did that through a stencil, and it didn't come out perfect, but I think this is like the first piece I actually properly made a Mink project with, and then yeah, I just run it through, and because it's on acetate, it wasn't the best, but I wanted to include it in my album, and it's a little overlay. So I pop that on there, and the reason I put it on here is because I've got this acrylic piece and it just stops. I'd rather that go into the acetate than pushing into my project, so that just helps to protect the those pieces. And we've got this one here, which I did. This is actually a flip out, and you can see here underneath. So I've got 2 larger photos, and these photos were taken. We went to a light show, a local not so local light show. It took us about an hour to get there, and then this was actually from Product Play as well, I believe, and this had all these little flip up circles. So I popped in there some extra photos from our evening, looking at all the Christmas lights, and then I just added my journaling and this sentiment on top of the photo using Canva, and then printed that out. And then on the reverse of that, I've just filled up some of these spaces with some extra pattern paper, some embellishments, and then I've also just stapled on my number 5 there as well. And because that was day number 5, which is the reason why I've used that one. And then day number 6, again onto a sheet of acetate. This was from Product Play as well. It was like a banner, just cut out of triangles. And then what I did with this one is I actually got a page protector, and I just cut that down to the size that I needed and stitched using some gold thread. And I just made this little flip out book of the photographs from our day. We met with friends and went to our local Christmas fair, and then we went to go and pick out a Christmas tree. So I talk about the reality of I really want this experience of having the Christmas tree on top of the car, but actually the reality was it was in a plastic bag shoved into our back seat. So that was day 6. So that enabled me to tell 2 stories, because I had this side which was meeting with friends, and then I had this side which was later on in the day when we went to go and pick out our Christmas tree. And then that just pops straight back into that little pocket, and that one's done. So I made sure that on the back of that little flip out, I had a photo. So when you looked through, it wasn't just plain. So that was that. Day number 7, this again was inspired by, it was either Product Play or Prep Party. And it was the word hope. And what I did was I actually had my photo. I wanted you to be able to see my journaling through the acetate. So that's backed with acetate, and then I've got my little star and my number on there, and I've just backed it with some pattern paper, and you can see the lines through my photo, but I'm not too worried about that. And that just then slides straight back in there, and then you can see that it's a pull out because I've popped one of those little Avery tabs on the side, so I know that next time I go into it I can just pull it out there. Moving on, this is just a filler page, and again this was a Product Play where we played with some rectangles. Then we have number 8 here, and I cut out a large number 8 on my Cricut, and I added this gold texture paste, and it's got it is like an actual texture paste. It's got like sandy gritty bits in it, so you can actually, it's not like flat. So yeah, it was fairly tricky to use, but we got there in the end. And I just added on this little trio of stars, And then I also put my journaling into the same shape as well, just onto some vellum so you can see it through here. And so yeah, I made sure it went into that shape as well. So that was my journaling. And then my photo then sits underneath. So this all belongs to day number 8, and that's a photo of my dog thinking that the tree skirt is her bed, and she kept getting onto it, which was super annoying, but quite cute as well. Day number 9, I've just used another one of those vellum numbers in the middle of this, and this is one of my favorite go-tos, and this is just using creating 4 tags effectively. These were gift tags which I bought from Annie Edwards' shop, and I just trimmed them because they were a circle. I trimmed them and then I attached them onto the top of a 3x4 piece of white card. I stamped a little sentiment under those 3. I added on 3 photos. So this was card making, this was scrapbooking, and this was cross stitch. And then I popped my journaling onto this one. And then this is just a filler on the back. So I've just added some of the pattern paper from Hey Santa, a little Santa, and a couple of sentiment bits. And then this was another one from Product Play. I think this was designed by Annie Edwards. And this actually has a little window or a little door that flips out. So I decided to use acetate on one side of mine so you can see more of the photo, and then pattern paper on the other. And then I've just got a full-size photo in here. And this is telling the story of reconnecting with friends at this time of the year, and writing actual letters and actually sending letters in the post. So that was day number 10. Day number 11, this was another one from Product Play, I believe. And this was a geometric heart made up of all these little triangles. And then it just flipped out to either reveal a photo or whatever you wanted here. So I've actually put my photo in here. And this is about my Christmas wardrobe and a new Christmas jumper, which was my Merry Stitchmas one. And then I just popped my journaling, a little gold bow, and a little red heart stapled on there as well. And then day number 12 was this little pocket, and it's a die that I had, and I popped on this little pom-pom trim, and then this created a little tag, or a home for a little tag pocket, tag album, tag, let's call it that. So these are the tags from the Hey Santa collection. So I've just cut them all out, and then on the back of them are the photos for my story from the day. So the photo of my absolute messy bathroom with makeup and hair bits and toiletries everywhere, and then just my story of what we did on this day was, and there's my laundry bag completely full. So it was a case of that particular day we were having to do a lot of tidying up, but it was all about balance because we also got to build some more of the Harry Potter castle, which I think actually we completed that day. So that goes in there. And then moving on to day 13, I've just got this overlay and this acetate, and I've popped my number 13 on top of a star. Then we have this one here, and this was again from Product Play, and this is designed to be an interactive element, but mine keeps getting stuck, so it's a little annoying. But basically you pull it up from the top and it reveals the Christmas paper that I used, and then when I push it down, oh no, so sorry, the other way around, this is the Christmas paper that I used, and then when I pull it up, and this is what I mean about it keep getting stuck, when I pull it up, you can actually see photos of the presents that I used the wrapping paper on. And then my journaling appears up the top here as well. So I'll try and push that back down. Yeah, I need to fix it. I'm not the only one that struggled with this, I'm sure. But yeah, that goes back in there and gets hidden. And I just did a larger photo there of some of the presents that I was wrapping for my husband. And then day 14, we have this oak Christmas tree. I did a whole load of journaling, popped this little wooden Christmas tree and my number up here. And then again, this was another one from the Product Play, and we made this little Christmas tree mini album, I suppose we'll call it again. And I added these little lights on as well. I found this light trim at a craft shop, and oh, it was perfect. It worked perfectly on this, but obviously it does add a bit of bulk to the album. Now, we are a little bit extra in our house, and we do have 4 Christmas trees. So we have one in the living room, one in the dining room, one outside in the garden, and one smaller one in the bedroom. So these are photos of, or just some artistic photos of some of those where I've sort of blown up the lighting on the pictures. And so, yep, that's my little tree. And then we have this one here, and we've got an acetate overlay. Then we have this one here, which is movie time. So I had this idea, and then it just literally, I saw so many people doing, not because of me, I saw so many people doing like VHS and like cassettes and stuff. So I think it was just the thing of the time. I wanted to do this in previous albums and I only got to do it this year, or should I say last year. So I made this VHS, which was just from a cut file, and I backed it with a single piece of pattern paper, and then I actually created this little reel that comes out, and then I put in here all of the or some of the newest Christmas things that we watched this year. So that just swivels out there. And then on the back of this, I have told my stories. This is day number 15. So I've told my story about the pot. So I made this pot, and I got some lolly sticks, and I wrote all of the different films that we watch over Christmas, wrapped them with different sorts of Christmas washi tape, popped them in, and then rather than us arguing, let's call it having a heated debate over what Christmas film we were going to watch when, it was done by random choice. So whatever we pulled out. And then I've just got this little 2x8, I think it is, and I've just scored it into so it's got four little bits of journaling. And then that I've just used a little 2x2 pocket, which I've cut down from a full page protector, and I've popped that on straight onto my photo, and that holds my little fold out for my journaling. Then on to day number 16. On here, this was another one from Product Play or the Prep Party. So this was, I think it was they used the Mink to do it, but I don't have a Mink, I don't have a laser printer. So what I did is I just cut the word joy in vinyl multiple times, and then I just laid it onto this sheet of acetate. And then I used this Black Star acetate that seems to be sort of rubbing off, which is annoying. But I used this Black Star acetate sheet and gold stitched it on, and then popped the word Christmas magic. And then I've got these two inserts. So one of them is the photo, and then one of them is the journaling. I've just used these little cute snowflake charms as well. And those go in to tell my story of the day, going to see friends that evening. And then here we move on to day number 17. And this was festive jumper, and we were having a Teams meeting. So I printed my journaling onto this journaling card. I had this Christmas quiz book as well, which was a new purchase that we got to use on my work's conference call, video call, Teams call. Day number 18. And I tell this story pretty much every year about, I always listen to the same song when I drive home from work, and that is Driving Home for Christmas. And I will not listen to it prior to that. So my favourite words in December were, Alexa, skip. And I can't say it too loud because it will set her off. And so every time it came on, I would always make it skip the playlist until this day. Now, working from home did mean that, you know, I potentially wasn't going to get to experience this, but I finished work, and I wrote in my journal all about this. I finished work, I jumped in the car, I did a couple of loops of the block to listen to the song twice, and I drove home. And that then sorted me out for getting ready for Christmas. Then in the evening, we played Nightmare Before Christmas Monopoly. Sorry, not Monopoly, Yahtzee. And so that's just me documenting that. And then I've got a similar one with the VHS one. I did one with Christmas tunes, and then what I did is I actually screen printed the most played, I think it was, on my Amazon Music. And then I've just got a little tag in here. Again, the same with that little 2x2 pocket. This is from the Hey Santa ephemera pack, and then that just pops in there with my journaling on the back. Day 19 then starts to get a bit crazy. Because this is when it was announced that in the UK, that there were certain parts of the UK that were going to go into a full lockdown at Christmas, and therefore we weren't able to actually have our Christmas with our family that we'd planned. And so this here, again, this was a Product Play. This is actually a layered vinyl. So we've got, when it all comes together, it says hope. but there's 3 pieces of vinyl, acetate in here. So we've got that one that's got the number on. Then we've got this one where I've actually cut out the announcement that we were going into another lockdown, put that in the O, and then I've put my journaling in the big O on there as well. Now, because we were going into a lockdown and we weren't going to be able to see my parents on Christmas Day like we planned, what we had actually done was a very last minute invite to get them over to us. So they came over to us, and then this is just a flip out of acetate again. And then we've got this photo here. So this bit is stuck down and then this bit opens out. And then I've got another photograph here of my parents opening their presents, and then some journaling on vellum and just a couple of stickers added on there. So I'll tie that back up later. And then we move on to day number 19. Nope. Day number 20. That was day number 19. Yeah. Day 20, we went to go and see some Christmas fireworks. So actually that one's stuck in. So I've got my journaling on this vellum. I had some extra photos and some extra journaling as well. So I just put in a little 3x8, 3x8. But actually what I did, I think, is I had a 6x8 and I just trimmed it down in half because I had no more 3x8s left. And then I just popped in the photo, another journaling card, and this is just a tag page, and that was that done. And then I think this is an extra one. 20. No, this is an extra page. So basically I made this on Cricut, and it's just a little advent page, and this then shows all of my advent gifts that I swapped with my friends and my mum. So I have 3 little gifts to open every day, and yeah, I just documented each of the little gifts that I received on the days of Advent. Then we have day 21. We went to the local farm shop, just a photograph of me in the farm shop. Again, the lighting or the photo wasn't great, so I just turned it black and white, and I digitally added a title and my journaling on. And then day 22, this was a little gift bag that I had from my Advent. So I kept it and I've reused it in here. And then what I've done here is we actually went to, it was called Lapland. It's at Silverstone in the UK. And it was a tree, it was like a light trail across through their what do you call it, their racetrack. So I had photographs of where we'd put lights on the car, my journaling, and then these are like flaps so I can sort of see the photo and then look at the journaling. And then we've got another one here, and then more photos. So when I'm trying to include so I've got one side, but I've actually included 2 photos just by folding it in half, so you can flap it backwards and forwards, and then me stood outside the car with the lights on myself, and then yeah, just a couple of little tabs on the edges there to help pull it out, and then that goes straight back in there. There we are. And then nearly there, day 23, we had an afternoon tea that I actually ordered in to cheer me up because of the whole lockdown situation. So we ordered it from a company called Piglet's Pantry here in the UK, and it was incredible. So yeah, day 23. And then here are some more photos from that, using our Christmas plates, and the dog looking through to see if there were anything left for her. Day 24, no story apart from we did what we always do, and that is watch the Muppets Christmas Carol. We were that was later on in the evening. Before that, actually, we'd actually gone to our friends. So we were in tier 3, which meant that we could meet with one other household. But my family, where they live, they were in tier 4, which meant we couldn't see them. So we could still go and see our friends, and we ended up playing the Disney Cards Against Humanity, which was absolutely hilarious. So we did go and see friends to go and have some food and go and play that as well. So it was still quite nice. We got to see some people. And then Christmas Day, I did stop at Christmas Day because I just was not feeling it last year with being in the lockdown. So we've got photos here of Bella opening her Christmas present, a photograph of my dog looking at my mum on FaceTime on the telly. She couldn't understand what was going on. And then we've got some photos of some of the gifts that I received, all my Too Faced makeup, our Christmas dinner. And then here, just a photograph of our place setting. It was just the two of us, but... And then this opens out, and then we've got another photo, bigger photo of my dad opening his bigger gift on Christmas, and us FaceTiming with them, us sat in our Christmas jammies, and then just my journaling in vellum on the back there, talking all about how rubbish it was to not be able to spend it with family. And I've just backed it with some pattern paper. So yeah, I did go up to day 25, to be honest. I normally go to 31, and there's no way I would have got 31 in this album, because it is already a chunk without even adding in those extra 6 days. So there's no way I would have got it in, but as I said, I wasn't feeling it anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed the flip through of my 2020 December daily album. If you have, I would appreciate it if you give the video a massive thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I'd love to have you here on my channel with me, and stay right where you are, because I've got some more December daily directory videos coming your way very soon. Bye.